So by any chance you're watching this, it's probably 2021. All right. And that means New Year's resolutions. I really hate calling it resolution because I feel like it should be called a goal. All right. I don't think that it should, because resolution has the stigma now that you never reach it no matter what. All right. But with that being said, we're going to crack into two things that I learned about all goals or all resolutions that will help you actually knock it out. Okay. So before we crack into those two things, I want you to know that 2020 has literally been one of the hardest, one of the worst, one of the most difficult years to actually grow, to actually stay on that self-help journey, to actually keep feeling good about yourself, to be vulnerable, to have your self-esteem up. A lot of people lost friends, family, a lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of people lost the will to keep going, to keep bettering themselves, to keep praying, to keep working, to keep trying. And although this all has happened, we have a reset. A lot of people didn't even make it to 2021. All right. And we have this reset button to start now. Okay. And don't start tomorrow. Don't start the day after that. Don't start in February. A lot of people do that. No, I want you to start now. Okay. So go, as I'm talking right now in this video, go get a pen, go get a paper. All right. And we're going to really go into your mind, and we're going to do the two things I was saying before. And you're going to ask yourself these hard questions. How can I actually reach what I want to become? All right. And this year is going to be the year of execution. This is going to be the year where we do it. This is going to be the year where we actually do it. Not the year where we plan it out or the year where we procrastinate, but the year where we plan. All right. And we do. Okay. We plan, we do. We plan, we do. Okay. So with that being said, let's crack into it. It's really hot in here, so I had to take out the hoodie. But basically, the first thing you have to understand about your goals is that your goals should be smart, okay? And I'm not saying your goals should be intelligent or whatever, but I'm saying your goals should be the acronym SMART, S-M-A-R-T. S standing for specific. Your goals should be something that you know. It should be specific, something that you want to increase in your life or you want to work on in your life, you want to enrich in your life, okay? Your goals should be measurable. Can you actually do this? All right, don't use vague, like when you're writing down your goals, don't use vague terms. Don't be like, hey, I want to get famous, or I want to get muscled, or I want to get, no, all right. Structure your goals like this. It should be measurable, all right. It should be achievable. Can you actually get there? You can't be like, I want to read 5,000 books by the end of this year. That doesn't really compute. It's not really measurable. I mean, you can do it if you believe in yourself, but something that's very realistic that will come in later. All right. Okay. R is realistic and relevant. Is it realistic / relevant to you? All right. Is it actual? Can you actually do it? Like, for instance, a friend of mine was making out his goals, and I told him about SMART because I keep a lot of like very driven people around me. And he was like, hey, Asia, I want to meet at least 50 new people. And for him, that's very possible. That's very possible because he does online consulting. He has a whole online course because he actually works out. So he actually has to interact with a lot of people. And so he's actually doing like really, really well for himself. But with this happening, I was like, bro, look, you might have, and it's something, God forbid, a million times, but something like coronavirus happening, and a lot of people might distance themselves. They want to, so you're just making it a bit harder for you, okay? So if you want to reach these goals, if you actually want to get to these, you're probably going to have to do something a bit more creative, something a bit different. Okay, so try and work yourself around that. T, time specific. This is like really important because like 99% of people that never complete their goals always say they'll do it in a specific time, like in a non-specific time, in a time that is far off. So for instance, I will get abs. When will you get abs? How long will it take you to get abs? So now that we know how to design our goals, remember, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, relevant, and time specific, we're going to speak about how you may actually structure it. how long it'll take you to reach these goals. So with all of that being said, with SMART down, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant and realistic, and time specific, with all that being down, I want to give you a way to structure it so that you know exactly when you're going to achieve these and when you can do it. We're going to go into the three breakdowns of your goals, okay? So you're going to write down 12 goals. 12, I said. You listen carefully. Write 12. I'm not accepting anything lower than 12. Write 12 goals that are SMART, okay? And make sure that they are they encompass your growth, okay? Don't do something that's outside of your growth. And with this, we're going to break it down into short term, mid-term, and long term. Short term is, let's say, from January to about March. So 3 months, about 3 months, 4 months, depending on who you are. But it shouldn't be really longer than 6 months because that's midterm. Midterm should be from about 6 months to a year, and long term should be a year plus. Or maybe even longer. Maybe you want to go 3-4 years plus, okay? So when you break down your goals, when you break it down like this, ask yourself these questions. For short term, what is something that I know I can complete in a shorter amount of time? Something that I know if I dedicate myself to, I can finish it in 3 months, in 2 months, in 1 month, in a week even. What is something that I can do now that will actually impact me or help me? Whether it's read a book. Maybe you'll read a book in 3 months. Maybe you'll learn how to code in 3 months. Oh man, that is actually difficult. Maybe you'll learn a new instrument in 3 months and then you'll practice more. Maybe you'll, I don't know, take a comedy class. Maybe you'll take a cooking class. Maybe you'll meet new people online, of course, because you don't want to, that's a whole other thing. Let's not get into that right now. But maybe you'll do that. Okay, and you have to make sure that you can do it within these months. You're giving yourself 3 months to do these things. For instance, it could be I don't know, you can say, I'm going to get my drama certificate from my drama class that I'm doing, or I am going to increase my exam marks, because a lot of people write exams at that time, May, June. I'm going to get my exam marks to A pluses. I'm going to get it up there. I'm going to be a star student in this time. Or maybe I want to get that business I have running. I want to get it off the ground. These goals are the ones that you set midterm. So they're not as short as short term, but they're not as long term. So they are just in between goals. And this could also be your character. Normally, if you want to change your character and you want to just transform, you want to be a different person, it's more long term, but you can also do short term. So for instance, I want to become less anxious. So I will do breathing exercises and I'll read the Bible every day, or I'll meditate every day, or I'll listen to music that calms me down. I'll sleep earlier. I'll do a lot of things. I will just transform my life midterm. The last one, long-term goals. One thing I love asking myself and everybody that asks for help with this, a lot of the BB Cool members, and I think I put it in the book BB Cool. I'm not really sure. I can't really remember. I know I put it actually, probably. Anyway, the one question I love asking myself is, imagine you could just picture that perfect person, that cool person that you are, depending on who you are, okay? So this person could be someone that is socially adept. They are very social. They might be financially stable. They might be, I don't know, school-wise, they might just be succeeding. They might be filled with love, with joy. But what is this perfect person for you? What is this person that if you completed all your goals, what is this person going to look like? How is this person going to behave? How is this person going to act? How is he going to interact with the world around him? How is this person going to face obstacles that come at him? How is this person going to be? And once you have that down, I want you to actually build on that, okay? So if you want to be something, if your idea is someone that's confident, someone that is financially doing well, you want to put there, I don't know, I will let go of my anxiety. And we'll get there. I'll tell you about other things there, but I will read about 100 books by the end of this year. Sounds like a lot, but if you keep on dedicating yourself, you will get there. Or I will do this, or I will do that. So once you build around this person, slowly but surely you'll become that person. You'll get more and more up there. So now that you have your long-term, your short-term, and your mid-term goals, we're gonna get into one thing that has changed the way I focus or I attack these goals. And I know this video is getting really long, but I really want you to just understand this, soak it up, and then just attack 2021, because I know that we will all do well. I know this year was horrible, but I know that next year, or right now it's in 2020, so 2021 will be way better than last year, okay? So yeah, let's crack into this. So the number one principle, and I'm probably going to have a video on this much later, but the number one thing to remember is be flexible. If you can't finish something now, if you can't catch this goal in that time you've given yourself, it's okay. We'll find a way around it. Always be flexible. Be like water, as Bruce Lee would say. Be flexible. If you don't get to the university you wanted to get to, if you don't get the grade you want to, what else can you do? All right. Okay, this happened. It's tragic, but how can I attack it next? The people that I love to recruit for Be Cool. And I know I sound like I'm talking fast. I'm really excited and I don't want to make this video too long. But for Be Cool, I wanted to attract people, especially people that would work, because we have a lot of people that actually dedicate themselves to this book and the sales of this book and the distribution, everything. I wanted people that can be flexible. So if we don't reach this, how could they give me other ideas? How could they be creative enough? So when you want to attack your goals, it's okay to fail sometimes. It's okay not to meet your quota. Don't get obsessed by it. Don't become that goal-orientated person that is just so on the goals. All right, let that go. Okay, be flexible. Okay, attack your goals as best as you can. Okay, don't be like, I'm flexible, I won't do any of my goals. That's nonsense. Attack your goals as best as you can, and let's really kill this year, because I know that every single one of you watching this video can do it. I love you. God bless you. Thank you for watching this video.